girl, you where you at?
14 trying to get me some eats. My man called, said he's on board for back to the
Yeah,
beat.
yo, that's P.
Still gotta change, gotta cash my check, so where's the car?
7th Street Northwest by the camp.
That's the bet.
I'm off at 8, so I hit you at 9. I'll bring the track if need be. We can perform at this time.
That's a
Lies in the beat man.
Yeah, it could have been me lying on the ground. I remember the pictures, I know the sounds, gunshots, bow bow. What the hell happened? How we come around? I see the pictures in my mind when I'm sleeping. I feel like I'm paranoid, then I'm out waiting. I wish we could stop and start from the beginning. I told my little brother we should make a movie, so we had to go to Ghana to go get him. He came along, now we on the way. The streets calling, I didn't wanna delay. Me wasting the time, we was on rewind, going to off hurt, still kind. Southwest back on my mind. I painted a picture I wanna be feeling. I come from a man and my prayers is waiting. I pray for some healing, I want to know missing. I love my latrine when I'm chasing the system. Just keep calling, I don't wanna touch him. I don't need weed, I don't need nothing. Can I go to sleep? Leave my door open. Ain't no peace, ain't no loving. I pray to God on my vision, make me clean, make me humble. I don't wanna stumble, going loud, I'm a menace. Plenty ocean before we see grace. Come together, we can give praise. Show me love and not a headache. Let's pray, yeah. On God, I'ma rap forever. On God, He gon' make it better. On God, my word. On God, my word. On God, I'ma rap forever. On God, He gon' make it better. On God, my word. On God, I'm hurt. Hey, hey. On God, I'm hurt. On God, my word.
Got many problems on my table, trying to take it all, but it keeps coming back from the ground. I'm gonna float like a dead body, bet I gotta watch out for these vultures when they come around. Too many wrongs, I gotta make them right, I'm a prodigy. Too many fallen dreams, I get it with apologies. Never gonna dance with a devil that's devilish. Looking up to the skies, know I gotta make it. We sitting back, reminiscing the good old better days. Now we just blood on the board, that database. How you wanna take more money from these people that I broke like an antelope? They got us on the scope, we moving down the slope, we never losing hope. How you wanna pay for another when you can't pay your own? How you trying to play that game when you're living alone? Can't even talk, but you pick up the phone. I had to wait until I was grown to leave my comfort zone. I need to go get it, better reconsider. We're trying to move forward, better doing the moonwalk. MJ Triller, killer, getting bigger and better. I wrote my mother a letter, you know it's gonna be clearer. Getting free like Mandela, we been running up and down like a roller coaster.
Let's pray, yeah. On God, I'ma rap forever. On God, He gon' make it better. On God, my word. On God, my word. On God, I'ma rap forever. On God, He gon' make it better. On God, my word. On God, I'm hurt. Hey, hey. On God, I'm hurt. On God, my word. Hey.
Listen, I put out a book, then I started reading the room, trying to sweep them off their feet. Success is the only broom. God, please come through for me. I just want peace in my head. If my mind goes bad, it would think good for me. Nobody would think good for me. Life is a bitch with a lot of sides. I just wanna be the main nigga. They say pain comes for the game, so everything I write, I make it a painkiller. I wasn't a big fan of making a big name or getting a big fame. I wanted a little change, I took in a big pain, but never the big change. Remind me of slavery, it is discouraging. I gave my soul to the game, he gave back to me. Now I'm just trying to get back to community, immunity, staying very strong with energy. Look how they hating it, oh it is lovely. Naturally high, so I stay away from the drugs. Sometimes I cry, but in the rain so you don't see the drops. When nothing is left, and still we are not alright. We pray to God, cause He's the only one we got on our side. If I tell you that sometimes I don't give a F, that is good as a lie. Take F out of life and all you will get is a lie. Beasts.
Hey yo, what's shaking, man? It's the KIID, the Kid Capri, man. Shout out to Pstock and ALUDDIN19, man. Check out iHipHopTV.com on YouTube and iHipHopTV Talk Show live on iFreedom TV International. Alright, block party action, the Kid Capri on Sirius XM Fly every Saturday and Sunday, shaking it up. Alright, you know what it is, man. Hey yo, y'all do y'all thing, Pstock and Aladdin.
Good evening, everybody. It's your man Pstock. This is iHipHopTV special show tonight. Freestyle Fridays. You know how we do it. We're always here every Friday. We got the smooth freestyles. We have that. We have that. But tonight we have a special guest. You know, I really, really believe that this is very important to young artists out there, independent artists out there that's trying to to make their way in the business. This is the lady that you want to hear and you want to definitely see and tune in and check it out. Definitely big shout out to ALUDDIN19, you know, our Dark Diva and Escape from Reality tour. You definitely want to peep that, check that out, you know, stay on point with that. Definitely follow us. You want to follow us at ALUDDIN19 at iHipHopTV. Definitely go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's always popping, you know, and set the alerts for these shows. And definitely want to check out iHipHopTV.com and iHopTV1.com. Popping over there. iHopTV1.com is the network. Is jumping 24/7 programming, making it happen at iHipHopTV. You know, so great videos. The new video by Humble featuring The Bond and Lyrical Joe is hot. It's called On God. Definitely support Lil Humble. Hot track, you know, hot beat, you know, great rappers coming in. But tonight, without further ado, we got the special guest coming straight in to us from Las Vegas. Latin singer, songwriter, Veronica Consentida. Or Vero, if you know her. Vero, you know. Hey, say what's up with it, the viewers, Vero. How's everything going tonight? Freestyle Friday style.
Oh, it's going really good. Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here on this platform. And yeah, everything's good. I am from Las Vegas, and I am in all this music stuff over here. So I'm excited to hear from some independent artists as well, you know?
Yeah, it's big. You know, the independent artists come through here and they drop. You know, we see the work, and I know you've been there. You know, in the beginning, struggling artists, and you know that's what it takes and how it is. But in the beginning, you didn't know, right? It was like, so you go through your growing pains, and you know, and learning the business and learning how to protect your music. Is that correct? Is that what you would say the most important thing to the independent artists to do?
Well, yeah, I've been in the business for over 20 years. And I've learned a lot, like just the struggle, you know, how do I get my music out there? How do I get attention on my stuff? Because there's so much music. All music is great, but what's going to draw attention to your music? You know, what makes you unique? And I think that's like the main thing, is just getting real creative, trying to, you know, shine your light a little bit brighter. And I learned that. But before I did any of that, in the beginning, was I realized that I felt really good about my material, really confident. And once I got around other artists, a lot of them like my material as well. So first thing is to protect your material. Yeah, you know?
That's great advice.
You gotta copyright that material. I do that for people here in Las Vegas and outside of Las Vegas. I've had a lot of clients that, you know, call me from LA, and we just do it like this, just over the phone, or we could do it over Skype, so that way everything's all taken care of. Once you got that copyrighted, you can hand your material to anybody, because you have proof in your hand with a certificate from the Library of Congress that your material is protected.
Yes, that's great advice. Y'all gotta hear this. Y'all gotta hear this. Y'all gotta get on this. Y'all definitely gotta step up and get on this. You know, but definitely, what first got you into music and inspired you to write some of the incredible music and songs that you create?
Well, it's actually a really interesting story, but a little long. But I'll tell you, I don't know how much time we got. But
we here. It's Freestyle Friday, special conversation night.
Yeah, well, my mom and dad, you know, they didn't have the best of relationship, and my mom would literally put on these Spanish albums, you know, the record player back in the day, and she'd sit there and she'd sing, you know, she'd be off tune and everything. She, you know, people just sing, you know, when they get in a sad, depressed moment, you know. And I was probably about 5, and I started mimicking her. And before you knew it, I'd put the album on myself. I figured out how to do it, and I started singing, and my mom and dad go, "Oh, she could really sing."
Wow, that's huge. That's huge.
Isn't that a crazy story?
That's huge. So that's good that your mom recognized it and definitely made it go, you know.
Yeah, so right away, you know, my dad, he down in San Fernando Valley. I'm from the San Fernando Valley. I wound up being the little headliner at my dad's restaurant, like late at night. And I'd pack the house, you know, because here's this little by that time I was like 6 or 7. And I was singing with all this passion. I would even start crying because I was mimicking my mom when she'd get all emotional. And they thought I was like crying about the song.
Right.
But it was because that's how I learned it, was to sing with passion and tears and emotion. So that was my little niche. That made me different,
right,
you know, from other artists that just kind of sing the song. But I really take the words and I literally almost cry the song when it's something like emotional.
Wow, yeah. That's big.
That's interesting, right?
That is interesting. And you got a great new video out and a great sound and everything. And we're gonna check the video out later, you know. But you know, as well as the mainstream music that you definitely are plugged in and connected and making your way through it. What about the Latin artists? I'm noticing the Latin music has picked up a great deal over the past years, and it's great. You know, it's great. It's even infused. It's even you know, come to a point where, you know, the collaborations with mainstream, you know, rappers and
oh my
musicians.
gosh, I love the song.
Yes.
You know which one I'm talking about? The one with Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
yes,
Like,
yes.
He just put this like icing on that cake. You know what I mean? It's so unique. It's so different. The first time I even heard it, I'm like, this is a hit song. Like, there's no possible way this isn't a hit song. And sure enough, people love this. I love the blending of the sounds.
Right.
I love it because they do mariachi, they do a little accordion, and then they throw in like the rap. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just like a whole buffet, you know?
It's real big. It's real big. And then, and like Cardi B, you know, making her way out. And then, and she's, you know, branding Latin rappers and everything along the way too, you know,
that's awesome.
Bringing them up. So, and that's big. And then it's intertwining, and that's huge, you know, and I think that's great for the industry. And it's great for music. So you know,
I love it.
It's really great. So do you see yourself, you know, have you ever got on any, you know, featured on any hip hop, Latin or mainstream hip hop records?
I have. You know what? Yeah, it's I don't have the name of the guy, but I did some of his vocals in the background because he had this cool rap song about a situation where he was in love with a Latin girl.
Yes.
And so I was the Latin vocals in the back.
Oh yeah, you did the vocals in the back. Yeah, the recording rap. I don't know if you was there when they did it. It's a lot different than recording the way you record when you record your songs and your music. You know, you couldn't use the same engineer, you know, to record you unless it's
But the project that we did, sorry to interrupt. The project that we did was kind of like he was rapping and then I'm like, la la la, you know, I'm like in the background doing a little, like, you know, a little bit of singing in Spanish. That's what he wanted, for me to sing in Spanish. So I got to do what I regularly do, and that's a really unique idea, like actually a rap, but then the girl, you know, the girl vocals in the back are like singing Spanish music.
Right.
So that's kind of interesting, and I thought it came out great.
Oh yeah. That's great. You know, got to hear that one. You got to get that one over to us. We got to.
I know. I should get that to
all
you.
That stuff. Well, you know, stay tuned. You know, for our viewers, you know, you're going to see a lot of Veronica on the show on iHipHop platform. She's going to be here a lot, probably. You know, so it's going to be great. You know, to infuse everything with her sound, and wait till you see her video. And that's one of the next things I want to talk to you about, to let our viewers know. You know. You told me about, you know, your process of, you got the song, like the record Humanity that we have the video for, and you was telling me the process you went through. So, you know, whenever you go through those processes, you know, let the viewers know, because they get the view from a lot of rappers and everything, and lately a lot of R&B artists and songwriters. So let the viewers know how that was a great story you told me, that's how you did it. Your creative kicked in, and it happens when it happens, and that's what you got to run with. You know, let the viewers know about
you
that.
Know, yeah, you know, my creativeness, I don't even know. Like, it's crazy. Sometimes I'll be in the middle of my sleep in the night. I'm sure some people that happens to
I
them.
do it.
And then I got up. Yeah. So you open your eyes. You're like, do I really want to get up right now and write this down or sing it in my phone? I better, because if you wake up and you don't remember it, you kick yourself. Like, why didn't I write it or sing it half asleep in my phone? You know, because I missed out on a few songs like that. And they just kind of come into your spirit and you just got to go with it, you know? And they have messages. Sometimes these messages are really important for the world. That's how I feel. And if I'm lazy about it, it's like, oh, I didn't get that message out that I was supposed to get out, you know? Especially if it's like a loving message, you know? So humanity worked out that way. You know, the October 1st here, there was a shooting. And it was terrible. It was just terrible. Everybody was just so depressed. And I'm thinking, like, a few days later, I'm like, you know what? Am I supposed to write a song for this? I don't know. God, you tell me. You know, I don't know. So anyways, I went about my business, started shopping at Home Depot, getting some plants, because I was all in the mood to plant some plants.
Right.
Pushing my shopping cart around. And boom, it just like hit me. I started hearing this chorus, the one you're going to hear in the song, you know, and I just heard it and over. And I'm like, oh. And I started digging through my purse, getting a piece of paper, and I stopped and wrote it. And then I kept going, and then, and, you know, wrote another lyric. And before you knew it, the whole song was done. I got up to pay for my plants. The cashier said, did you get everything that you had on your list? I saw you walking back and forth with your paper out, you know? And I said, oh, no, I'm not checking off things off a list. I'm writing a song.
Yeah.
And she said, you're writing a song in Home Depot?
That's when it happens, right?
I said, I'm writing a song. She goes, what is it about? It's going to be called Humanity. Oh, I said, actually, I'm just inspired in a really like motivating way to write something that's going to unite people, you know, make them feel like we're all the same. It doesn't matter. Like, we all have the same blood, bones, everything inside our body is the same. It don't matter the color of our skin, you know? We have different cultures and we have different things that we do in our families that other families don't do, and that's fine. But we're all human beings, and that was my message, and it turned out that way.
That's big. It's cool. And we're gonna get into the video. We're gonna look at that here in a little bit, you know. But yeah, and that's great because that process, and I understand exactly what you're saying, because I'll be thinking of a script. I do a lot of screenwriting and short writing, and I'll just get an idea and I'll be I always keep a lot of voice recorders around, so I make the voice notes and then, you know, go back and write them down. But that is incredible, you know, the way you just stop and break, the way you break in the middle in Home Depot. That's the song, and the song's great. It's a hit.
Thank you.
And we're gonna get it. In fact, you know, we're talking about it. Let's go into it. Let's check out. This is Humanity. You know, it's a great song. Let's check this out.
Thank you.
Here with Vero, coming up, Humanity.
Every tear we cry has no color. Every broken heart hurts the same. Every grieving soul grieves forever. Every drop of blood is red and stained. Every breath we take, every heart that beats, to the thirst we quench and the love we need. We are humanity. This is our world, living life, you and me. We are humanity. This is our world. Let's live in unity. affects each other. Only together we stay strong. Every baby cries, every child plays, all our eyes must rest. We all feel hunger pains to our tired feet, a breeze on our face, a touch of a hand to a warm embrace. Oh, 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 we are humanity. This is our world, living life, you and me. Oh, 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 we are humanity. This is our world. Let's live in unity.
Wow, that's a powerful record, you know. And, you know, humanity is what it is all about. And that's a part of our platform. You catch us with iFreedomTV, which is the human rights platform that we've been with for years, you know, collabing and doing events on Capitol Hill and everything. And that song right there transcends everything, especially in lieu of everything that's happening in the country right now. And you're on point with it, you know, with that record. And the images, you know, did you, you know, when you did the video, did you pick your images and pick everything? Because it looks like everything was organized well in the thing, you know, the fit. It was really well organized. So tell us a little about that, you know, of that process. Let the viewers know about that.
Well, you know, a lot of times, you know, there's not like a lot of budget to make videos, and especially when you just come up with something fast. It's like, okay, we got to throw something out there. And I do that for my clients too. I've done quite a few where I'm very in tune with what the message of the song is, whether it's a love song, a breakup song, whatever it is. I really try to find the right stock footage and the right kind of stuff to make it affordable for the artist, number one, and number two, get their message across. So you don't necessarily have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. If you don't have that, you could still have a good video. And that was a really big deal for me, because when I was coming up in the business, I didn't have any resources. Like, every time I'd go up to somebody and say, hey, how much are you going to charge me? And I didn't have budget. You know, you're just barely starting out. It was tough. It was really tough. I went through the ups and downs, the radio stations, TV stations, where it was just tough. Like, a lot of people didn't really support what I envisioned already happening, because I don't know if other artists are like that. Maybe you are as well, but you visualize it. You can see it. It's there. But how do you get there? How do you get the money, the steps, how do you get there? And I'll tell you about another song, if that's okay, that I've been working on too, which is America's Glory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, America's Glory was a song that I also envisioned, and I'm gonna talk about this because I think it might actually inspire some artists. That's great. Yeah, I wrote a song called America's Glory, and it was a tribute to my father. It talked about being a daughter of an immigrant and how grateful I was to be born in the United States, because my dad sacrificed to come here, legal or illegal, but he got here.
Right.
And he was able to work hard and provide for his family. That was his main goal. It wasn't to make the United States, you know, make problems. It wasn't like that. He came because he wanted a better life. That was his goal.
Right.
And so I wrote this song, and then I put it away because I was like, where am I going to go with it? How come I'm not feeling like what I'm supposed to say to my dad? Like, it was just not coming to me like it usually does. So I put it away. Then the Twin Towers fell in 2001. And when that happened, the whole song came in my mind, like the whole thing.
Right.
And I started writing it. And as I was writing it, I visualized singing it in front of thousands of people. It just like flooded my brain. Like I just looked out and there was just like all these people. And I'm like, that's crazy, Veronica. Why are you thinking that's going to happen?
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like, you don't believe your vision sometimes. You're like, that's just way over the top.
right,
Right.
right. Understandable, but that vision is a part of what you're feeling and what you're writing, though.
Exactly. So I was writing it and I started, putting it together. And I went to a friend of mine and I said, look at this song I wrote. I wanted to give it to my dad. And he's like, well, let me put some piano to it, because he played the piano. So there was a beginning, right? Then I had this dinner put together and I invited my mom and dad. They're in heaven now, but I invited them and I got to sing it live to my dad with the backing track, just piano. Right. My dad couldn't stop crying. He couldn't. He was like so emotional because it talks about like, I know you sacrificed, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you and I'm grateful to the United States of America for letting you become a citizen eventually. My dad became a citizen, So, so it's really weird because 3 years later, there was something called the Immigrant Workers' Freedom Ride in Washington, D.C. They did it during for the slaves, like where everybody just, rallied and, with Martin Luther King, everything. Well, it happens again every 40 years. And this time I was invited to sing this song there for the 8,000 immigrants that went to Washington, D.C. I was the welcoming song.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge.
See the vision, vision. But it didn't stop there. In 2006, when Los Angeles had a day without an immigrant, and they had 500,000 people walk and rally there on Wilshire Boulevard, I was the closing song for that march.
Wow.
So I got to sing it in front of 500,000 people.
Wow, that's big.
And so, see, I'm saying this because all the artists that may be listening, even if you have an over-the-top dream, you keep that in your mind because it will become real eventually. But you just got to keep going. You can't give up. If I would have said, no, I'm not singing in 3 years, I didn't really sing that song. But then on the third year of having that song, I was flown to Washington. So it took a while for God to open that door, but he gave me the vision, like, it's going to happen. Just be patient.
Wow. Yeah. That's deep. So American glory, America's glory. So you're going to have that, like, I can see the images when you were talking about it and all the images, like you singing in front of the 8,000 people, and then your father, I could see that video, even though I don't know the song, but I can see, the images for the video. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I've been working on the video. I've been kind of working on it slowly. I'm almost done with that video. I'm envisioning it once again, and I don't know why, but like I said, you shouldn't ask why, but I'm envisioning it again because there's a lot of stuff going on with immigration reform right now, and I just feel like there will be a perfect moment again where the song will be used to touch hearts, because the song talks about, the same thing as humanity basically, except for immigration, that we're all the same and we all love America. Like, I know we're having all these problems right now, but we're in the best place we could be, honestly. I feel in the world.
Yeah, that's real. That's true. I mean for right now, and it has been, even though, the way I see it, the views of certain other people, on the political side, the constitutional side, just like what happened today with the impeachment hearings and stuff, that, they already knew they was going to find him not guilty of this thing, the former president. And then I've never seen any trial that the jurors have meetings with the defense. You know, I never ever witnessed that.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
but that's what happened. So that's one of those things that, you know, it means something to everybody. But it is, you know, there's places that, you know, you want to jump out there and say, I know I could be there. I've been all around the world, a lot of different places. There's a lot of places I want. And I still have it in the back of my mind that I don't think I can retire here, you know, especially after, you know, what's happened leading up to the day. I don't know how it's going to be able to be fixed. You know, I don't know if I want to deal with it, you know, just because. But let's see. I got my fingers crossed, you know, that things will get blessed. You know, I don't like to get all political or anything, but
I'm not into politics either.
It's very important, though, you know, because under these circumstances, you'll hear it in the music. You'll hear artists, the rap artists, releasing it in the music. I hope it doesn't get a negative reaction, you know, where people go too far, you know, with this thing.
I think everything connects, you know. Everybody has a different calling when it comes to the music.
Yes.
Because honestly, it's a gift, you know, it's a gift. Not anybody can rap, I can't, you know. It's like everybody's got their talent, and I respect everybody's talent. As for me, I know that my calling is to move that heart a little bit with my lyrics, like just tug at it a little bit, make you see beyond the politics and all that, like make you see that we are all, like with humanity especially. I think I've been able to just silence a room sometimes singing that song, because it makes people kind of, well, yeah, it's true. We're, you know, Mexican, Black, you know, Asian, but we're all the same in this world. Like, if you look at the president as if he's just a human being, you know what kind of human being he is. You don't even need to worry about politics. If you're near him, his energy, you could tell. And I don't like not like him, and I just look at him like, oh, poor man, he's like this, you know. Like, I almost have compassion, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know, you look at Biden, you're thinking, and it's not even anything political. It's just human love and caring and compassion. That's all. You know, I could feel it right away when I meet somebody if they've got a good heart. You know, I can just tell. So yeah, you can just tell. Forget the politics. Forget the color of the skin. Are you a nice person or not?
Exactly.
You know?
That's what it comes down to. You judge people on character. Right? You know, that's the way. You know, you always you know, we was trained, and Scott, you know, although, you know, people, you know, and I hate to say it, the majority are the ones that judge people on skin color, you know, and everything, and that becomes the problem, you know. So, but you know, I think
but with artists, but with artists, it's like, okay, like what kind of love are you pouring out there? And if you're not, what is it? What is your mission? What is your message? And I respect everybody's talent and message and missions. I mean, you know, we all got different things because we're all different, but we're all the same. So that's how I look at it.
And that is right. And I agree with you on that, you know. So I don't have no problems with anyone, you know, especially, you know, good people. And it's going to make it interesting to hear the music that comes out of this, you know, the new struggle music, or, you know, that comes out of all of this, you know, from the protest riots, you know, all leading up to this, you know. So what people, I'm waiting to see. I know some out there right now, there's such as yourself, you know, people are out there writing songs now, getting ready, you know, to let them have it of everything that happened, because that's what we do, the creative people.
And that's beautiful, because that's historic. That, you know, to me, I think the most important thing to me is, what am I leaving behind? You know, what did I stand for? You know, they say, you know, stand for something or fall for everything. So you got to stand up. I personally stand up for human life, love, you know, just unity. Those are my missions, and that's what I'm here for. I sing all kinds of, you know, music, but what really like drives me and my passion is when I can silence a room with my lyrics. Like, that's that huge. Feeling right there. That right there is a moment that does not compare to anything. Well, maybe giving birth to a baby. But other than
Right,
that,
right. Now, and that's when you say to yourself, I got him. I got him. You
yeah,
know,
so
right?
it's like, you know
Yeah.
what? I got that heart, you know? So when I sing live, I really get real into it. You know, I, I, I even sometimes just walk right up to people and sing right at them. And I see their face. Like, it's an amazing feeling to be able to do that as an artist.
Yes.
Everybody's got their style, but that's my style,
Yes,
you know?
yes. And that's big, and that's big. And you mentioned the song. Well, what's your favorite music to do, you know, since you mentioned that? Because you do so much, you know, and I
do
hear in
so
your
much,
voice.
and
So
you know
what do you, what do you love doing the most? You know, what do you get the best
you know,
feeling out of?
I've been criticized because, by people in the industry, people that have been in the
Right.
music. And that's another thing, you know, a lot of people like to criticize other people in the music for what they're doing. It's like, you need to pick a genre. You need to just be right there. You know, don't go here, don't sway there. And I've never listened. And I don't know if that's hurt me or helped me, but I love being able to sing from mariachi to pop to gospel to right now I'm recording like Spanish
Right.
guitars. And I literally recorded the song Over the Rainbow by Judy
Yes,
Garland, you know, the one she
yes,
sings for
yes.
us. I'm singing it bilingual, and it sounds pretty cool with guitars. It's so different that it's like I don't think anybody's even thought of doing it like that. I did I just do all these different things. So I don't know. I know sometimes they say, you know, what do the people want? But I think if you find your own style,
Mm-hmm.
it really doesn't matter what you sing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could tell right away if it's Mariah Carey singing something because her voice is so distinct. So she could sing from gospel to pop to anything, and I still love whatever she does
Right.
because I love her voice. So to me, that's me. I don't want to be stuck in one genre. And my favorite is just all of them. I love singing. So to me, if I feel like it came out really good and it sounds passionate, then I'm like, yeah, I like the way
I
it
like
sounds.
that.
You know?
Yeah, I like that. That's
Yeah.
big. That's big. That, you know, that's really big the way you get it. So, and it's great to be able to transcend all of those different genres and do what you want to do, you know, and get your message across and point across of humanity and peace and love and have fun and celebration, life, you know. And that's what I
Yes.
get going through some of your stuff. That's the way, the energy I get from you, you know, and your stuff and some of the other stuff I was looking at, you know, that, you know, people go out on YouTube, check her out. Great music, great voice, beautiful voice, you know, great talent.
Thank
So,
you.
I mean, that's, you know, like you said, you know, people will remember you forever. You know, we'll be gone and you'll
Thank
still
you.
be here. People will remember you forever,
Ugh.
you know.
That's my goal.
Yeah, yeah, and that's big. Like everything we do, you leave that print, that blueprint, fingerprint, you know, of who you were and you know what you liked and you know what were the closest, dearest things to you. Because I know your family, you know, you got those songs. You know, you can always write songs about the family and everything else. You know, and
Yeah.
everything. So. And that's huge. What artists are there? Any particular artists out there now that you follow yourself that you like? You know, you like, that you're a fan of. You know.
Well, I love all old school artists, you know, because I'm from back in the day. You know, I like Alicia Keys,
Yes.
I like Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. I mean, you can't go wrong listening to a Whitney Houston
Right.
ballad. Come
Right.
on. You
Right.
know?
Understand.
It just takes you back to that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like all those. I don't really have a lot of time to listen to a lot of things because I'm real
Right.
busy, but hey, if anybody sends me some stuff, I'll listen to it because I love music. So
Yeah. See.
if anyone wants me to do some kind of like CD review or whatever,
Yeah.
I would love to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's hot. I mean, you can do that. Have people. You know, that's something we can consider. We gotta look at that because we get a lot of artists on one, and I had an artist this past week. Go check her out on there. Sanit from Chicago, R&B artist, and she's been performing for a long time, and she's still young. And she's smart. She went to Howard University, and she got a marketing and graphics degree, so she can do a lot of her own graphics and stuff. I know you're good at it too, so you
That's
got your
what I
thing.
do.
Yeah, see, you're good at that too.
That's something that helps you save some money if you learn how to do your
Do
own graphics.
your own
'cause-
graphics. That's correct. You know, and that's that was my minor in college. You know, I did that playing around. You know, internet imaging they called it. You know, but it's great. But you know, artists like that who could benefit from that, and maybe she has a beautiful voice. I would like you to see her because that would be an interesting collab. You and her doing something together. I can hear it with the voices, and she's like you. She has that old school, you know, that soulful sound. You know, she's bringing that soul, and she's young. You know, 20 something.
That's awesome.
You know, and she's working, and she's putting and she says she's been doing it for a while. But yeah, her name is Sanit. You know, she's on she's on the on YouTube too. You'd be able to check her out on YouTube, and yeah, from Chicago. But that comes through, and that's where I believe that you can definitely make an impact with some of these younger artists too. You know, to create that following. The school of Veronica. You know,
La Consentita.
Yeah, La Consentita. Have them come up. You know, that's how they come up, right? That's how they come up.
Well, speaking of all that, so we're planning on something where I will be, you know, being on here a little more. And that might be something where maybe, you know, people can email me their stuff and I can literally give them a review on the show.
Yeah, now see, that's huge right there.
See, creative. I'm always thinking of ideas.
That's huge right there. that can go down. Have them submit it, you know, and we can put the word out there to the artists, you know, and I think that's for artists like that, you know, it's for as long as she's been in the industry. I know she knows how to protect herself, but there's probably a lot of stuff she don't know, you know, and she could benefit from getting with artists. But like I said, her sound and your sound together, you know, I could hear that's a hit.
I would be excited to do
on
that.
A hot track, you know, two females, like, you know, y'all can be singing, you know how they do the duets with the females, and y'all can be singing, you know, kind of like Brandy and Monica back in the day, how they used to do one of those get-ups.
Maybe she sing English, I could throw a little
Exactly,
Spanish
exactly.
You know, who knows?
That's exactly what I'm thinking too, with the sound. But there's others too that we've talked to that sing and musicians, you know, on the YouTube channel. I mean, on all of the one-on-one, some great artists that's coming up and great singers that's coming around. That's you know, could be the future of the industry, you know, or the independent industry, you know, because a lot of them are in it to win it. You know, they're not going to stop. You know, so how has since the pandemic kicked in? So I know that, you know, kind of slowed your role, and especially with the public performances, as well as everything else. How about studio production? You know, your team. I know with the stuff you do.
Yeah.
You know, how's that going?
Well, I'm in the process of recording a new album. It'll be 6 songs. And each one will either be bilingual or there'll be an English version as well. So I have Humanity in English and I have Humanity in Spanish. And that's kind of cool because a lot of the Spanish-speaking people go, translate that song. It sounds beautiful, but we don't know what you're saying.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm working with a guy. His name is Jackson. He'll be so excited that I mentioned him.
Yeah, shout him out. Shout out all your people.
Hey, Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson is from Guatemala, and he is here to produce records. That's what he's here for. He's very well known in Guatemala. He has told me that he has a great reputation out there, almost like fame. But here, nobody knows who he is in Las Vegas. So he's trying to get his work out there. He has a portable studio, so he literally comes here and records me here in my own office.
Oh, beautiful.
So, yeah, and we've been working on some stuff. Like I told you, I did Over the Rainbow in English and Spanish bilingual version. I'm going to be doing a video for that. And just working, you know, I have a band as well. And the work this is just all Spanish band. and I've been managing them and working with them for the last 8 years, and it's just like dead. Like there's nothing right now. We have like very little,
Yes.
presentations, but it's okay. We're hanging in there, In the meanwhile, I run my other businesses because I have other businesses.
Yes.
And I'm like a multitasker. So if the band's got to play, we just figure it out, schedule it, let's go. We don't do anything else. Then, once that's done, if I don't have another presentation till let's say another 2-3
Right.
weeks, I focus on my other stuff.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, so that's how we manage out here, but it is slow. Before the pandemic, I did Fremont Street, big concerts there. We used to do with Spanish dancers and all kinds of stuff for like Cinco de Mayo, and all that is probably not going to happen this year, but it's okay. I've sang at some casinos. I've sang at some parks where they have festivals. I kept busy.
Right.
And then I also sing outside. Like I've gone to other states, Texas, LA,
Yes.
But now it's kind of just calmed down. But it's okay.
Everything's slow.
It gives you time. It gives you time, like downtime, and that's when you're supposed to create. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because take advantage. Because then if it starts up again,
Won't have time.
you're not going to be able to sit down and relax and write some songs and kind of play around with some music.
Yes.
Right now is a good time for everybody to be writing because you're home. You're doing, you're doing things at night. You can go write, create. If you're an
Create.
artist, draw, paint.
Yeah, and that's right. That's what it do. We do this. We've had the show, for a while. Especially on the Roku channel on the iFreedom TV International Network, and from Marty Mar TV and Asia networks. So we've been doing it nonstop for a while, and it seemed like when the pandemic kicked in, it was like, where else can we take the platform? And incorporate more independent artists. I didn't. I was in the production, a musician, and then filmmaking is what I was always passionate about, and I stayed with that and graphics. So I decided how to incorporate all that, and I worked for record labels as an A&R and road manager for some artists and some other positions. But we want to. I just wanted to figure out how to take the platform, and then I was trying to think, how can I do it without me being in the position I'm in now, without me hosting, get somebody to come in, so, and then, it's hard to keep people, and how it is as well, like, and bands, it's always the bass player. You always change the bass players quick, oh, we need another bass player, or something, so.
For us, it was a drummer.
Oh,
We
yeah,
always had to
drummers,
get a
too. That
good
was the
drummer.
second, the drummers. Drummer was second, yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
hard.
we couldn't get people that would just stick. Don't get impatient. The right people will come, but you will weed out so many people. Like they either aren't into it, or they want to be the most famous in the band, or
Yeah.
it's like
It's
or
me. It's
they're
about
late.
me. It's
Yeah,
me. Yeah,
or they're
right.
late, or they don't show up to the gig on time, or else they forget their picking chords. It's like we've been through it all. Trust me.
Yes.
Right now we have a very good band. They're all older and they're responsible and they love it. They're all talented, of many years of experience in the music.
Yes.
So when we have a gig, it goes down perfect, like every
It's
time.
big. It's big. When that
Oh,
happens.
thank you.
That's big. But it's the same. It goes the same. And then in that downtime, you get to work, you get to stretch out, you get to create, you get to build catalogs and libraries, and see where you're at and see what direction you want to go. You want to plot it out.
Right.
And definitely that's what we've been doing.
That's great.
ALUDDIN19 and I and Mad Money Militia come in for a while, and iFreedom TV, we're doing stuff. Dark Diva, with her thing, we supporting a lot of different things with the platform. To give
awesome.
artists, try to level the playing field. And I definitely want to get, and I know you definitely want to give a big shout out to LVH Magazine, LVH Media.
Yes.
Want to give a big shout out to Simon
Good
and
friend of
company.
mine.
Yeah.
Very good friend of mine.
Yeah,
Known them for like 20 years.
Yeah, Simon you know, and LVH
Yeah.
Media, you know, and I don't know if he told you, he might have told you, but back in Christmas Eve of 2014, you know, I think Netflix was still doing DVDs, and we streamed the We Are the World celebration, the anniversary for Michael Jackson. That was our first major stream with them, and pulled it off going around. So yeah, it's been a great relationship for me. Then, you know, Simon and ALUDDIN19 go back a lot further. But yeah, big shout out to LVH Media
Yes.
and Simon. Definitely
Yes.
they're making things happen around the world.
I've gotta say thank you publicly, because it's just needs to be said that LVH was the first magazine to post advertisement for America's Glory.
Wow.
They designed the cover of the single that was going to come out,
Right.
and that's where it all began. They invited me to sing in Gary, Indiana. I was the only artist to sing
Wow.
for Michael Jackson's birthday, the only Latin artist.
Wow, that's huge.
So it was an honor. So I got to hang out with the family
Yeah.
and the grandkids and everything. It was really awesome, and I really owe them a lot, because in the beginning, like I told you, you're knocking on doors. So don't ever forget. That's another thing I'd like to tell artists. Don't ever forget who really helped you, because I never forget. I know every single person that has lended me a little bit, you know, walked through this with me, gave me a magazine to be able to be in, all these different things, even a dress to wear to perform, like
Right.
all those things. I don't forget them.
Right. Yeah, you can't. And I'm the same way. You know, the people that are there whenever when you're coming up, you're making your moves, and you're getting up there and you need that little help, you might have, they got your back. Yeah, we got your back, you know.
Yeah, there's times when I traveled, to another state. I would drive by myself.
Yeah.
And that was my choice. I wanted to, but sometimes I'd get so tired, I'd pull over, fall asleep,
Yeah.
and then go get something to eat. It's like, it's a lot of work if you really, really want it to happen.
Yes.
It doesn't come easy.
Yes.
It doesn't, but the reward is great once you take one more step forward to getting people to hear you or know who you are.
Being on that road.
And like, this platform is amazing. And again, thank you, because I'm so excited that other artists can hear my story.
Yes.
And look, it's through your platform that you so graciously let me be on.
Oh, yes, you're here. You're on it.
Thank you.
People going to come here, and see it and get the great, the great scoop and the great advice, especially, for the Latin artists, even though they have a lot of, there's a lot of platforms out there, and with the integration of Univision and Telemundo, I think more people are getting it and getting more access to it and getting warmed up to it, and I think that's huge. I think it should have always, been that way, and should continue to be that way in the growth. But no, you're here. We're gonna keep you. We're gonna snatch you. We're gonna have you come on in there. And hey, and that brings up too, because I ain't gonna take up too much of your time tonight. Don't want to wear you out on this one, but definitely, what is the best advice right now that you would say out there? And don't give it all away. You'll be back next week, and and so on. So, but for artists, to give them that, they need to hear you. They need to hear you. But and come back and figure it out, get it all in, take it all in. But what's the best advice you give to young singers out there today?
Well, I think like knowledge is power, because coming up in the business, you'll get a lot of advice, and you'll believe this person, and then you'll believe this person, and you'll know, well, this person told me this, and it's not like that. So study.
Yes.
You got the internet. We didn't have the internet back in the day.
You're right.
We had books.
You're right. You're right.
You got knowledge at the tip of your fingers. I mean, look up stuff. Look up, why do you have to copyright? How many companies can I get my music on to download my music? How do I get in there? How do I get my music in Pandora? It's all in the computer. It's all on the web. So in the, time is money. We always say that.
Yes.
So break up your time correctly and make yourself a schedule. In the morning, I'm going to write songs. After that, I'm going to do some vocals and actually sing a little so you keep your muscle in tune.
Yeah, you keep it in tune.
And
Right.
then
Very
you
important
keep it
muscle,
in
right?
tune.
Very important.
And I guess the last bit of advice would be study. Knowledge is power.
Yes.
For anything in the world. Knowledge is power. So that's pretty much my advice, is just really read up on your craft. You know, a doctor's got to study, an artist has to study.
Has to study. Got to keep working out with them vocals too, right? Got to get them vocals that work out. And it's always good to, I always say it's always good to try something new. You know, think outside the box with your creation, your creativity in the music sometime. You know, what would you say that's a good advice to give artists, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can give you an example real quick. Just had to clear my throat.
Yep.
You know, I didn't have money to get a lot of paid advertisement on the radio when I first started. So I thought, I'm going to send my CDs to these radio stations. You know, back in the day, there wasn't no emailing, no MP3 or nothing. It was just mail the CD out or go stand by your car and try and get people to buy your CD. Right? So my thought was, what's going to make a difference between my CD and somebody else's CD on their table? Right? What's going to make it different? So I started wrapping my CDs in foil. I know that's weird, but I put this thing that said, be careful, it's hot.
Right.
On the foil.
Right.
So then I'd call and follow up and I'd say, did you get my CD? They're like, I go, it's the one in the foil. Oh, yeah, I have that one right here. Like, that drew their attention right away, because everybody sends a CD, but what is going to make your CD stand out? And that's the creativity that I'm talking about. Really plan it out on how you're going to get people to know who you are. How, you know? And that's like thinking outside the box. Nobody would think to wrap it in a piece of foil.
Yeah.
But I did. And I got played on over 100 stations without paying one dime.
Wow. See, that's huge right there. That's huge. And you always got to keep your music, you know. If you're a recording artist, this is something I always tell them too, and especially the rappers, you always got to, if you're a recording artist, okay, you always got to have your card, which is a sample of your music, I would say, you know, or to direct them to hear the music, you know, like the YouTube or the platforms or anything. And like you said about the internet and the platforms, very important today. Very important, correct?
Yeah, now we're not sending CDs. Now it's MP3s, and now it's like, or whatever files you guys send. Like, you need your press kit. It's still needed.
Yes.
You need a picture. People want to know, you know,
who you are.
Who is this voice with? Who is it connect with? You know, you know, the visual is very important. The style is important. Like I said, just basically stand out. Stand out, because there's a lot of people that sing, a lot of people that want it, and the one, you know what they say, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Yep. Squeaky wheel. You keep plugging, keep pushing.
You keep plugging, you keep pushing, because you're gonna go to that wheel and say, why is this one making noise? Well, if there's a whole bunch of people in the industry, you have to make noise, and in a positive way. I mean, don't get all
right.
You know?
Understandable.
I mean, make it something where it makes people turn and take a second look.
Yes, for real. That's great.
But I could talk all night, you know, but we got to leave some for the other time.
Yeah, we're going to save that. So you definitely want to check in. You want to follow us and follow Veronica. La Consentida, you know.
No, La Consentida.
Yeah, La Consentida.
La Consentida.
Yeah,
do you know what that means?
Isn't that, what does that mean? Let everyone know. I thought it meant the music, it's with music, right?
No. When I was a little kid, my mom would say, oh, you're the consentida of your dad. That means like when you have a bunch of kids, but you just have one that's a little bit more special, like the spoiled one, the one they're like, oh, this is my little girl, you know, this one is just a little. So it kind of stuck. And then when I went to a radio station, the girl said, oh, you're like our consentida.
Yes.
I think you should use that name. And I go, really? Sounds like a little doll. I don't know that. She's like, no, 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 use it. So ever since then, people distinguish me like from other Veronicas, like, oh, she's la consentida.
Yes.
And it just stuck.
That's big. You know, I got that. I got that now.
You
I
got it
that.
now,
See,
la consentida. You have a consentida or a consentido in your house?
No.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't say that. No.
Not right now. No. But I've lived so many different places, and my accent and dialect, it varies. Some people, even like right now, I'm where I was born and raised, but I moved away and was here away from it for a lot of years. And I come back and everyone said, "Man, where are you from?" People don't know. You ain't from here, And down south, I was in D.C. and people think, "You from down south?" I'm in D.C. I'm from down south. Get out of here. I don't know. No, I'm not from down south. And then same with on the coast and in Philly. There's always, dang, your accent's funny. Your accents. You got a funny accent. I never noticed it myself. I never noticed it. But, it's Pittsburgh's a yunzer city. You ever heard that term? Yuncers. Mm-mm. That's what they call it. And it's like yunts. Like you don't, or like in New York and stuff. You hear the times they go use people. Well, Pittsburgh's thing is yunts. It's a yunts. So they call it yuntzers. So that's a fact about it. Pittsburgh has its own dialect. As far as that goes. What.
But your name is Pstock. What does that stand for?
My name is Pstock for Peter Stockton.
Oh, see? That's like your nickname, right?
Right.
So it's the same, like Veronica la Consentida, but everybody that's like cozy with me, they can call me Vero, which is perfectly fine.
Yes, okay. See, there it is. Everyone knows. So they know you as performing, has Vero or la Consentida.
La Consentida.
Yeah, see? Yeah. That's big, so... That matters. That's your brand.
But you could call me Vero, though, because it's just a lot easier.
Yeah. Vero. Well, that's what we have on the screen. That's what people are going to know you as. But definitely, great, to have you through. And, definitely keep a lookout. We'll be in touch, with each other throughout the week, putting stuff together. I know whatever you have, flying your ideas, but come on in. Let's make it happen, and get the message out there and peace, love, and harmony. Right?
Thank you. And thank you again for having me. And I look forward to hanging out with you again. Meeting all these people. Hopefully I get to meet some new people, some new artists.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of artists that we work with, producers as well. So, yeah, you'll definitely meet them along the way. A lot of people. And I'm going to get with Sanit and see, I think y'all two should, link up. I think that would be good, Chicago girl.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yep. Sounds good. Thank you. Peace for coming through. This is great. Keep a lookout, y'all. Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Save 5% with keyword iHeart.
All right, you're clear.
You're listening to
I'm not a loser.
Deacon Live. Deacon Live.
Of course.
Deacon Live presents to you 2K Kent and their latest song, On That Chick. Follow them on Instagram, Twitter, and see their new Apple commercial on iHipHopTV.com.
I pull up, phantom, flossing is part of the anthem. Just move your body, you gon' make me cop a new Bugatti. Ride with me like Dre Chick. I take you to the Bay Chick, to the city, right across the Bay Bridge. Kick it with me, show you how we stay rich. Sipping on that excellence convo. After that, we straight to the condo. 2K, the head honcho. She wanna get with me cause I'm so that dude, so hood. I give it to her, it's so good. On top of that, bigger stacks. A boomerang, go get it, then right back. She bad.
Oh, definitely. You can definitely check me out on iHipHopTV. Mm-hmm. Definitely to iHipHopTV.com. You can check my Instagram, 2K_Kent official, 2K Kent TV for YouTube. And that's where everything is at right there. And 2K Kent on Twitter, 2K _Kent. Yeah, on Twitter. So we pretty much put everything there.
Now I'm forever mobbing. Now I'm forever mobbing. He picks me up when I am down and tells me keep on mobbing. When life ain't fair, he's always there for you, so keep on mobbing. If they gon' hate, then let them hate. Stand on faith, keep on mobbing. Now I'm forever mobbing. Now I'm forever mobbing. He said keep on mobbing.
That's right. We're back. This is your host, Pstock. This is iHipHopTV. You know, kind of twist. We had the conversation. It's great. You definitely want to go subscribe to iHipHopTV. You definitely want to follow on iHipHopTV1.com on the network. You know, to come up because Veronica La Constantita will be here. You know, and she has great advice, great music. I mean, a great singer-songwriter, you know, the whole works, knows the business inside and out, does that, helps artists every day, and she knows the graphics. So it's exciting, you know, fresh, creativity, you know, coming to iHipHopTV. That's big, that's big. You know, big shout out to ALUDDIN19, you know, for that one, you know, bringing it through. Simon, LVH Media, you know, Vegas, you know, you heard it right here, so definitely want to check it, you know. So I'm going to dabble in a little bit of, you know, my favorite freestyles, you know, a lot of stuff going on before we take it out here tonight, but we definitely got some info. You definitely want to follow 2K Kent, you know, Young NAZ, you definitely want to follow those, our artists to come through, you know, make it happen, you know, iHipHopTV. Definitely want to be a part of it. Come in and check it out, you know. So in lieu of that, so and that Humble video, I know y'all seen that on the opening. Oh God, it's hot. The guy's hot, you know. Cameroon and Ghana artists coming up, you know, on the collab, making it happen, you know. So that's huge as well, you know. So everything is everything, you know. iHipHopTV. We're always here. We're always going to be here. Freestyle Friday, ALUDDIN19. Special conversation. But let's check these things out. Be right back in a moment. Now, we had this, you know, in lieu of the, you know, what's getting ready to happen in some of the you know, some of the transformations of iHipHopTV. Still the same. Everything. Come on through with the rap. Bring your rap, Freestyle Fridays, drop them off, hit up Dark Diva, hit me up on Skype at iHipHopTV1, you know, drop off those freestyles, and we'll run them on Fridays, you know. Holler at us, make appointments, check us out. A lot of stuff going on, you know, Dark Diva, MilitiaGlobal working on something big, Escape from Reality Tour 2 coming around, so making it happen. So definitely want to be up on that. You know, you definitely want to stay tuned to everything that's happening. But check out this, you know, Freestyle Friday singer, young singer that came through a while ago, KIID. Check her out. KIID. Check her out.
You say you want love, and you say you could give it to me just how I need. You think of roses and daisies, I think of passion and fire like Hades. You say all the time, peace and quiet, but for my love I need a rain. I hope you capture my drift. Said I need a rain. I don't want no sinking ships, but I need better than the typical honey I'm home is. Why we ain't been making love? Are you tired of this? Say that you'll be working late for the third time this week. Watch the love go astray, cause I love so routine. Love so routine. less routine.
Oh yeah. Hey everybody, it's me, Lunell, the original bad girl of comedy. I just want you to know that my friend Young Nas has got the Heater album out right now. I want you to go and download the album High Risk. And I love this song, Vibes, featuring my man from Oakland, like me, the legendary Mr. Lenny Williams. So go on and download that right now and get your swerve on, get your groove on. Yeah, Young Nas got it going on. Oh yeah, Vibes, featuring Lenny Williams on Young Nas' new album, Ain't No Fun. Do they still make albums? Oh shit, I'm old. Well, download that shit. Stream that shit, upload it, download it, whatever the fuck you gotta do. But get it right now, because it's that fire. Hey.
Listen, nothing stronger than a person persevering through oppression, through poverty, war, corruption, colonizer, intervention. It's beyond my comprehension. Our Arab people keep bending, but not breaking, no mistaking. That spirit is never ending. Even when their own government bleeding them dry with greed and foreign forces try to alter the course of their history. Iraqi people are unstoppable, demanding what they need. Lebanese defeated corruption while dancing on their feet. Syrian people can't be beat. Palestinians refuse to leave. One day we'll see in that Levant that the whole Levant is free. Cause nothing stronger than a person persevering through oppression, poverty, war, colonizer, intervention. It's beyond my comprehension. The Arab people keep bending, but not breaking. You can shake them. The spirit is never ending.
Now I'm forever mobbing. Now I'm forever mobbing. He picks me up when I am down and tells me keep on mobbing. When life ain't fair, he's always there for you, so keep on mobbing. If they gon' hate, then let them hate. Stand on faith, keep on mobbing. Now I'm forever mobbing. Now I'm forever mobbing. He said keep on mobbing.
That's right, the Hog Mob Millennium Party coming March 27th. You definitely want to check it out. Stay tuned. Get the details here on iHipHopTV. You know, I'm your host, Pstock. You know, this is another great episode of Freestyle Fridays, Conversation/Freestyle Fridays. You know, this is what we do. We put it out there. We make it happen. You know, we're going to fall out with some video. Got some great videos to go out with. And we're going to make it happen. Peace and blessings, everybody. You know, stay safe out there. Keep up with the definitely the COVID pandemic protocols and stay safe. Peace.
Hey, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, LYRICAL, LOXD Block, Silverback. What up? First off, shout out to Pstock, man. And check him out on hiphoptv.com on YouTube. Shit is fire. Word. And follow iHipHopTV. ALUDDIN19. What up? What up? Follow that. That's ALUDDIN19. You heard? Your boy LYRICAL, LOXD Block. Let's go. Peace.
Know that I want you, baby, drive me crazy. Something maybe about your anatomy. Know that I want you, baby, drive me crazy. Something maybe about your anatomy.
When I close my eyes, I only picture you. No false images, baby, you stay true. You something that a nigga must not lose. Living proof fantasies do come true. I ain't never expressed myself this way. I stuck to the code, yeah, never did stray. Now I'm calling all the bros, nigga changing the play. Had many in my past, yeah, call them a phase. You a star, baby girl, you gon' shine through the night. Sent from heaven, you my beacon of light. Pushing me to reach insurmountable heights. levels that I never thought I'd reach in my life. Just know I know you deserve it all. Shopping sprees through malls, room service on call. I'ma give it to you all, yeah, we gon' ball. Till my curtain call is raw.
Know that I want you, baby. Drive me crazy. Something maybe about your anatomy. Know that I want you, baby. Drive me crazy. Something maybe about your anatomy.
You was from the Sevs, I was from the Shadies. Hung in there when the promoter wouldn't pay me. Before they knew my name, you would call me baby. For that you got my last name and treated like a lady. See my potential while I was mobbing in the rental. No medical or no dental, you see me as presidential. Dripping wet from the diamonds that I sent you. Making me sentimental with letters that say I miss you. Baby, I'm all in your anatomy. Taking it slow, and you ain't even mad at me. Telling you what to do like you was in an academy. Isolating my hips, it's all a part of the strategy. You all I want in this whole entire galaxy. I don't need a counterfeit, that's just my mentality. Why you with the same chick, but they be asking me? There's something crazy going on in my anatomy.
That I want you, baby. Drive me crazy. Something maybe about your anatomy. Know that I want you, baby. Drive me crazy. Something maybe about your anatomy.
Look, I'm from the city, girl, you was from Vallejo. We both like basketball and Mac Drado. Heard me know, like to pull up at the sideshow. Baylor, holla, looking so fly with your white toes. See, I'm black and white and you was Filipino. Used to wake me up and cook me that adobo. All them other girls in the past, no more. And now we bout to find a flow like Flojo. Anytime I wanna kick it, we can judo. She down the ride, even down the hold the fofo. All this world love, yeah, I'm talking Pluto. She a pit bull, baby, like a blue nose. If we get down, it should be on the block. Shotgun riding, kick the seat back alive. Shorty riding with it on my behalf. You already know she'll always be my better half.
I want you, baby. Drive me crazy. Something maybe about your anatomy. Know that I want you, baby. Drive me crazy. Something maybe about your anatomy.
We fly high, the sky, young legends we ride. Put us in the sky when we ride. We ride into the sky, riding when we ride. When we ride, feel these vibes, feel these vibes. Waiting for the keys to my city. I done jumped up in this life and started living. Once I learned how to get it, I keep it. Had to do it the right way. Eyes on a vision. Every year's a great year. Now we live at level that now we going up. Telling me I'm up now. No, we don't wanna run, now we wanna chill. Ride high, red side.
I'm a winner in this bitch. You just get in this shit. I get loose. I'm a winner in this bitch. You just get in this shit. I get loose. And I know you wanna hate us, and that's okay too. fly shit. Blast it out of my mind with like 2 to 5 chicks. That sticks. Yeah, I keep them in my repertoire. Bad bitches with more hips than Mardi Gras. Money on time. Never go hungry cause the money's online. Never look bummy cause I own my coastline. Getting bottle service without spending a dime. Nigga, I ain't lying. Send my dimes for the drinks though. Me and J Ghost in the mink clothes. Swimming in weed smoke. Reppin' that East Coast. Say I'm worth it and working me with the deep road. International celeb, young slim. Even and after I'm dead, I'm so fat. Forever after the bread. So order another round of that bub like I said. It's I'm a winner in this bitch. You just getting in this shit I get loose. I'm a winner in this bitch. You just getting in this shit I get loose. And I know you wanna hate us, and that's okay too. I be on hiatus, wait for the next show. Slide up on shorty in a foreign car. Wave juice already off the Parmesan, yeah. And I ain't even stumbling. My goonies watching everything going and coming in. So they don't want nothing in. So let me get back to my party vibe and a bunch of trim. Booty like a dump truck, mega slim. Looking like I'm making goods with a gang of friends. Cranberry with the kettle one. Or off the pineapple and a little one. Tipsy, ready for the hit and run. She tipsy, ready for the hit and run. Cause this life is not the life for the dreamy ones. This life is not the life of an easy one. Louis the price of a flat screen TV, son. Hate the Mac, that the Beamer, how you lose one. I'm a winner in this bitch. You just getting in this shit I can't lose. I'm a winner in this bitch. You just getting in this shit I can't lose. And I know you wanna hate us, and that's okay too. I be on hiatus, waiting for the next move. She ain't seen a piece since a peace sign. I try to get deep with a feline. I give her what she needs like I can read her mind. But this bitch burnt out like a D-line. I put your first place before I feed mine. George things, even reading between the lines. If I got it, you got it, such sweet sign. I got your back, you got my front, we getting compliance. Now you renegading, skipping from state to state. Money defeat the purpose of what you made. I gain fame as your ship just sank. I'm still afloat, my shit's in sync. Well, I'm a winner in this bitch. You just getting in this shit I can't lose. I'm a winner in this bitch. You just getting in this shit I can't lose. And I know you wanna hate us, and that's okay too. I be on hiatus, waiting for the next move.